Modal borrowing is a really cool way to start using notes that are outside of a scale you're working in or outside of a key you're working in that make sense, they're used all the time, and they sound pretty cool. So let's jump right in. Now what a modally borrowed chord is when you take a chord from a related key and put it into the key you're working in. So for example, it would be like taking a chord from C minor and playing it in an idea that's mostly in C major. The most common example of this sounds something like this. And there I have playing in C major, and I'm taking just my root chord, and then instead of going to the major 4 chord, I'm going to the minor 4 chord. So I'm going from C major to F minor to C major, and I'm just pedaling C down here, so it's probably the most common example, but there are others. Another very common thing to do is to borrow the major 4 chord when you're in minor. So if I'm working in C minor, a common thing to do would be like. And what this does is it, again, like a lot of other things, implies the Dorian mode because it puts in the A major, or sorry, A natural, instead of the A flat. So instead of, we have, which gives us to work with. You guys might recognize that because it's a little bit of the intro from Watermelon Man. Now we use modally borrowed chords when we want to use notes outside of the scale. So like if we were in C, if we wanted to use any of these notes, we'd have to either change key or use tensions or use a modally borrowed chord. So if you had a melody that did something like this, like it'd be really easy to use modally borrowed chords. You go like instead of having to find your way through tricky key changes, which have to, you have to do like a 2-5 into things, and get through all that complicated stuff. It's just an easy way to use those notes in context. So that was just a little introduction to modally borrowed chords. Click like and subscribe if you want to see more, and thanks for watching.